Welcome in, guys, to the top 5 things of everything you should do in Sea of Thieves. And on today's episode, we will be highlighting all the things as a new player you want to be doing. And don't forget to hit that subscribe and like if you can. And come with me. Number 5 on the list, and one of the most important, is making sure that you supply your ship. Now, you want to go to the merchant lady, go to company shop, resources, and you want to buy these. So cannonballs, fruit, a storage crate, and most definitely wood. Now, you can pick these up from her. Now, there is a bug in the game where it will say take storage crate or take cannonballs, and when you go to press it, you can't get it off of her. Now, the way to fix this bug is go to this lady here, go to the supply shop and buy the supplies here. You also want these supplies. I would say get the wood, cannonballs, pineapples, and the meat if you feel like cooking. Now, once you've done that, you can go back to the merchant and you'll be able to grab your boxes. This is one of the only ways to fix this bug. The other solution would be to go to the Hunter's Call and then go to his company shop and buy one of these items, and this can also fix the bug, but it's not as guaranteed as the ship, right? So another thing is make sure when you take your storage crate, go to each barrel, take like so. You don't need to fill your pockets and manually fill the storage crate. I see a lot of people do that, but you do this. Now you want to check in your storage crate all the time, and you'll notice, see, you get these and sometimes you'll get fireworks. Also know how important these are, curse balls. So these can really be a game changer depending on what curse balls you have. So you do not want to miss them when you're at the outpost. So yes, number 5 is supplies. Now, number 4 on the list is all about sail management. Now, this applies whether you're on a sloop, a brig, and especially a galleon. Now, you'll notice right now that I'm not making use of the wind. I can see the lines are going at this direction, yet my sails are at what we call dummy sails, facing forward. Now, you want to turn your sails so you're catching wind, like so, and there. Now I'm at full speed. If you're on a galleon, you want to maintain your speed with the sails because galleons are very slow. Now, let's say you're on a server. You notice this juicy little thing here called a Fort of the Damned. I want to get that, so I need to make sure I'm making use of my wind. So unfortunately for me, the wind is not in my favor. So once I get full turn, like so, I now need to relook at the wind. Now I can see it's going in this direction, so let's turn the sails again, like so. Number 3 on the list, rowboats. And this is by far one of my most favourite things in the game because I love rowboat adventures. You jump on your rowboat, you see a ship in the distance, you rowboat over, perhaps you have a keg in hand, instant win, gotta love it. So you're going to always want to remember to make sure you dock your rowboat every time, like so. And then whenever you log off, this rowboat will stay to your boat. So when you re-log in, you'll be with an instant rowboat. Oh, I will say this, with this new season, this being season 17, there is a slight issue. Now, not for all rowboats, but for a particular bunch of rowboats, and that is these rowboats have kegs on them. Now, if someone boards your boat, lights it, it will do damage. And as I've always said, don't keep kegs on your boat. However, it is quite minimal damage. I have tested it out. On the back of the ship, it does about this amount of damage, which now for number 2 on the list, and possibly one of the most important as well. Always remember to put a flag on your ship. Now you can do this by going to the emissary fractions, and you'll notice on the table that you can vote to lower or raise, and if you do not have the license for it, go to the company shop, and in the top left corner you will see the licenses there. Now, as you can see, it says you need to unlock this by reaching level 15, which is the standard for most of the fractions. Now, why would you want a flag? Well, because when you level it up, you get a higher bonus on your rewards for the items that you can deliver here. So for gold hoarders, for gold hoarder chests, if you level it up, you can not only double your money, you can double it and half it again, and you can make much more gold and much faster. Also, when you reach level 5, you will also get an emissary quest, which you can pick up from the gold hoarder himself from any outpost. Also, be mindful of the outpost you choose, because that is where the emissary quest will most likely be surrounded by. So if you do it here, he'll choose the islands that are closest to here. So I always prefer to do it in Sanctuary because the islands there are particularly nice. And so also when you sell your flag at the end, you'll get a bonus. If it's a level 5 flag, you usually get about 5,000 gold, which is also nice. Now, there are some downsides, and it is unfortunate. If there's a level 5 Reaper on the map, he will be able to see you wherever you are, but it's a small downside. With a bigger upturn of profit, it's definitely worth it. So yeah, remember, always have a flag. Now for number 1 on the list, knowing the difference between treasure and treasure. Now, this might not look like much, but these fishies at some given point will become important. There's a title called Legendary Hunter of the Sea of Thieves, and when you come to do this grind, you're going to regret every fish head you've ever bitten into. Now, if you go to the Hunter's Call tab, like so, you need to complete the commendations of all of these, and it is a grind. Now, don't be like me and countless other pirates and regret the day you ever bit into the heads of all these fishies. Instead, be smart. Know your treasure, even when it's not quite what it seems. And this has been GMuck with another top 5. And if you have any ideas of what you would like to see in the next top 5, please put it in the comments, and please remember to hit that subscribe. And thank you for watching. Well, Dunny, You don't need to fish no more. I've finally done it. All those fishes, all those fishes. Well, at least they won't know how many I actually bit. Oh, oops.